Welcome back. Last time we tore down this Cacagoo Wi-Fi connected CCTV camera. Now this is designed to connect directly to your router and then send the footage through to the cloud. So it doesn't have a standalone NVR or DVR. It's kind of a bit different in that respect. It's got a separate board that holds an SD card so it can record video footage to itself. I think that means that if the internet connectivity is lost, you don't lose all of your footage. It has a main board here with a Realtek SoC on it, a Wi-Fi daughter board on it, probably USB connected again. I've disconnected some bits and bobs though. But the thing that was of most interest was a 3-pin header on it, which I guessed was serial yesterday. But I had a more close look at that, and actually on the silk screen, quite small, it says RX and TX, so receive and transmit, kind of cementing the idea that it's a serial port. I used the multimeter to check the other pin, and it's ground, so we've got ground RX TX. Very, very confident that's a serial port, but will it give us anything? I've also connected the wired Ethernet through to it, just because hopefully we'll be able to gain access that way. I'm not sure what it's going to do, so what I'm going to do is power the device on. Now we have Minicom open already, and hopefully we should start getting some output on the screen in a second. We're not. Oh, okay, we're getting garbage. Right, when you get garbage, that tends to mean that you've got the wrong baud rate. So let's drop to 57600. Oh my god. Right. The root shell, just like that. It's 57600 rather than 115200. But we're in, straight in. If config. Oh, now this is one of the problems with the serial console like this. The output comes through to it from the system log. There's things you can do to suppress it, but quite often I find they don't work particularly well, especially in limited shells. So Ethernet's up, and it's received some bytes, which would just be Ubuntu, I'd imagine, spewing stuff out, but it's not transmitting because it doesn't have an IP address at the moment. Okay, so first off, let's just have a look. Mount. Right, so looking at mount on this, first off, we've got Squash FS. So this is a read-only file system. It's highly compressed. It gets uncompressed and mounted, but you can't change anything in it. You can't actually remount it read-write. That's not just read-only because they want it read-only. Squash FS is a read-only file system. And then we've got backup down the bottom there, which is a GIFs2. That'll be where settings and things are stored. And we've also got a home, which is Squash FS. So we have if config. Probably the easiest thing, let's see if we can get an address via DHCP. Okay, no DH client. Another thing you can quite often do in these is run BusyBox, and it will tell you the things that are built into BusyBox. And we don't have DH client there, so we can't get a DHCP address. It does have telnetd though. So let's see, do they have grep ps grep telnet? So telnet's not running. Netstat's not there. I didn't think it was there. It's not in BusyBox. So you can see how sometimes these having limited commands just makes understanding them a bit more awkward. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is if config eth0 10.42.0.123. So we'll give it an IP address, and then we will start telnetd. Okay, it's not linked to, so we need BusyBox telnetd. No errors. Hopefully that will have worked. So it's nmap 10.42.0.123. Telnet's open, telnet 10.42.0.123. Login as root, no password prompt, lobster. Don't know what lobster is. So that's it. We've gained a non-persistent telnet shell to the device. To elevate this any further, to get it persistent, we're going to need to modify the configuration. But as we saw through mount there, the only read-write file system there is that backup one, or the only read-write one that's going to have any bearing on how it operates is backup. So I think what we're going to have to do is have a look in there and see how that actually works. So we've got a shell script, a download upgrade. What else have we got in there? Let's see the size of some of these. So CA is a directory. Could be certificate authority, keys and certificates. Download upgrades 18K, probably a binary then. Wi-Fi conf. We've got a script directory. Let's just have a quick look in there. Update. Right, we've routed the camera. That was really quick. Straight in via the serial port there. We've managed to get hold of an access to that as root without a login. Running on a slightly non-standard, or not non-standard, 57600. I wasn't expecting that. Once we've done that, we've been able to set an IP address on the Ethernet interface and start telnetd from BusyBox, and then we've been able to telnet into the device. So we've got a nice shell here that will work. At the moment, we don't have a way of transferring files backwards and forwards. I don't think that will be a problem. So I think probably the next step in this is trying to work out how these scripts work to get this shell persistent, so it will restart telnet every single time. Just see how the device works, see how it starts up. And then I think once we've got this access, then we'll get the cloud app and configure this to connect through to the cloud, because then we'll be able to observe what happens. Where does it store our Wi-Fi password? How does it store it? Is it secure enough? My kind of gut feeling here is no, because this camera is an external camera and it takes a few minutes to take it apart and connect to the serial console and recover details from it. So thanks for watching. If you like this kind of stuff, I'm trying to do lots and lots of these short videos of tearing down IoT stuff that I've bought off Amazon. And yeah, hit the notification bell, subscribe and like. Thanks for watching. Bye.